Cool. So other tips for shopping success. So you want to make sure your feed has a Google product category for every SKU. And you want that Google product category to be at least 4 or 5 levels deep. And this is for 2 reasons. Without it, your items are going to be rejected. And then 2 is that shopping uses that category value to serve your Pinterest ads. I've been told that's the primary factor they use in determining who gets what products. And then as far as your prospecting and retargeting go, you want to split out by category there. So the best practice is 1 subcategory per ad group, and then doing the same in your conversion objective prospecting campaign and your shopping prospecting campaign. This is because most of the intent on Pinterest is category based. So you don't want to get more specific than that, but you also don't want to do all products because it's going to become really difficult to bid and budget properly. Other best practices, so they don't have true dynamic retargeting on Pinterest just yet. So your best bet is going to be doing a hacked together shopping retargeting campaign where you include a custom audience of anyone, let's say, who viewed a PDP page of shoes in the last 7 days, and then choose your product group of shoes. Because the reason for that is right now, if you choose the dynamic retargeting beta, they make you group together PDP page views and add to cart views in your retargeting, which is not ideal at all, right? Because those 2 different types of people have 2 different values and 2 different mindsets. So we should treat them differently. And here's an advanced one. So if you have the ability to edit the feed to include certain keywords, you should absolutely append relevant keyword phrases to the end of the description fields for appropriate products. When I've tested this in the past, I've seen at lowest 50% increase in ROAS, at the highest 120% increase. So absolutely do this. And the fun thing about this is that if a description in shopping gets too long, it's truncated in the search results page. So it's like the old days of SEO where you can keyword stuff, a description field, your ads will show up and the end user won't see those keywords. As far as bidding goes, you know, the bidding experience is going to be really close to AdWords, right? Where if you bid $2, your cost is going to be pretty close to $2. Unlike Facebook, where you can bid $500 and get a cost of $4. So, you know, bid the actual CPA you want to get. Don't adjust your bids more than once a week, and don't adjust your bids more than 9% at a time. And that last one comes directly from Pinterest engineering teams as well. And then that's the best practice for prospecting. For retargeting, you know, if your audiences are less than, let's say, 100K in size, you should be bidding for clicks or impressions, because Pinterest conversion bidding just severely filters your audiences. So you want to maximize your reach on those qualified audiences. Cool. And then, you know, going back to cross-channel success, you want to make sure both Facebook and Pinterest have the full funnel covered. So what that looks like on Pinterest is, you know, having audiences and messages all the way from prospecting to lapsed purchasers. So a typical account structure on Pinterest will have 2 category-based prospecting campaigns, 1 shopping and 1 single pins or quote unquote static. And then 1 pre-purchase retargeting campaign split out by category. And then 1 pre-purchase upsell campaign split out by category. And then 1 post-purchase shopping retention campaign, right? So this is for recent purchasers and cross-selling. And then 1 post-purchase shopping campaign for winning back customers. So we can call that anyone who purchased, you know, more than 31 days ago or more than 60 days ago. Sorry, this should be 2 pre-purchase retargeting campaigns, but you get the idea. Cool. So, you know, for people with multiple products, you know, I would strongly recommend starting retention with no segmentation. Pinterest is really good at being able to pick out what products people are interested in. So if you sell shoes and dresses, maybe just advertise all your products to all your buyers and let Pinterest sort them out. And that will probably work. Here are some things I've done recently to raise the LTV for e-commerce stores. So for people with multiple products, the simplest thing you can do is just limit your prospecting to only your highest priced items. And this is because users who buy more product typically don't tend to cost much more to acquire. And if they do, that cost doesn't increase at the same rate as their AOV. So definitely just do that, as that's an easy win. And then the advanced version of that is looking at what high LTV buyers tend to buy first and limiting your prospecting to those items. So the most basic level, you can just export all of your customers into Excel and do a pivot table and see what SKUs come up for people with the highest value and sort by date. And then items that people bought first, that people with high LTV bought first, just push those on prospecting. Certain products will attract certain types of people, and products that attracted high LTV buyers in the past will probably do so again. And then there's a retargeting version of this strategy where you retarget people who bought once with products high LTV buyers tend to buy second. And you can do that all the way out to the fourth purchase. And with that second strategy, I tested it and saw 138% increase in ROAS.